And welcome, everybody. It is Sunday, January 4th, 2026. Happy end of the first weekend of New Year. We are glad to have you with us. It is almost time for the Master's Mind. We're glad to have you with us. And of course, this is where, we get to hear a little bit more in depth from Robert and Terry. And that's what makes Sunday so really cool is after we get everything going, what a great way to finish the last week and start actually the first new full week of 2026. So that is where we are here with Master's Mind. We got a lot of great things going. And yes, Dustin, I agree. Happy, blessed Sunday. So, with that all being said, let's go ahead and get things started. Of course, we have to give it up for our GPS to success, our dear friends and mentors, ladies and gentlemen, on today's Master's Mind. Let's give it up for Ms. Terry and Mr. Robert Hollis. Hold on, Robert.
Got it. Got it.
There
Thank
you
you,
go. All right.
everyone. So I'm going to do some quick shouts outs. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Charles. Hi, Faith, Matthew, Jane, Jim, Serena. Nice to see you on here. Melody, Lisa Marie, Marky Mark, Coach Bob, Eric, Deborah Bronner, Mike, Sandy, Bill, and also hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman. Got Matthew and the family over there. Hi, Deborah. Nice to have you on here. You guys are really going to love this message for the Unlimited Wisdom family. Master's Mind was first created on a concept that I had dedicated a lot of my life to following the Gospels of Jesus Christ and following God. But I never really made a commitment to do it as much as I'm doing now. In fact, I've never ever dedicated a day to it. And now that I've done it, I have just really a lot of incredible things have changed for me. If there's anything that I can tell you guys is the amount of peace that I have, knowing that everything's just going to be okay. And I want to share that with you a little bit today. The first thing I want to share with you guys is some of you have seen, I do post during the week, but I this one just sang with me is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. Now, when I first seen that and also read the verses around that, it's really because what you're doing is you're just committing that everything glorifies God. So when you commit and you do that, all of a sudden it's like you put it in his hands instead of yours. And I know a lot of you probably seen what I've been able to do in my life in all areas of my life, but it's not even, I wouldn't even say that it's a millionth of what I believe that I should have done. And let me tell you why I haven't helped more people, why I don't have, billions in the bank, why I don't have a lot of areas of my life are not as big as they should be. And it's because I haven't committed and just turned it over to him. To think that I've done all that I've done, mostly me working on me. Does that make sense? So I grew up and the first people that taught me stuff was all stuff about personal development, So I knew that if I worked on me and, Jim Rohn and people like that even though they gave credit to God as well, they would consistently say stuff like, doing I am statements. You know what I mean? And changing the way you think and always going through all these things where you're just constantly working on being a better you, including skills. Do I think that people should do that? I absolutely do. Do I believe that now that me committing things to God and asking God for direction and just following what he does? Yeah. And I know that I tell a lot of you. So to start out, I got a story to share with you. But to start out, I listened all the time to Washed by the Word. And Craig will post it in here afterwards. But I want all of us just to, try to stay focused, try to stay distracted, Eric, and what I love about Eric is so distracted that he'll put his face on camera and be distracted. You know what I mean? It's like, squirrel, squirrel, and it's like, so I just want you guys for a short period of time just to mute everything out and just listen to this is the second to the last of Washed by the Word, because I know for a fact that every one of you need a 2026 like it explains in this audio. So Craig, please go ahead.
I've prayed over your dreams and visions, but once again, I want to pray over your destiny and your future. Don't be afraid of tomorrow. Your future is very bright. It is written that you are going from glory to glory. Your latter is going to be greater than your former. God declares the end from the beginning. Jesus ever lives to make intercession for you. Do not dread tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day that the Lord has made, and you will rejoice and be glad in it. I say that you're blessed when you come in and when you go out. When you come into situations and when you leave them, you are blessed. Blessed in the city, blessed in the country, blessed in the basket, blessed in the store. All things are working together for your good because you love God and are called according to His purpose. Psalm 138:8 says, "The Lord will perfect that which concerns you." He has already seen tomorrow. He has already declared your future. You're getting better. You're getting stronger. You're becoming more anointed. You have more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding, more insight, more perception. You have nothing but excitement and good things to look forward to. He's bringing you into a land that flows with milk and honey. You haven't even gotten to the good part of your life yet. Of all the great things you've experienced, you haven't even gotten to the good part yet. The good part is still out there. The good part is still ahead of you. I pray over tomorrow. I pray over next week. I pray over next month. I pray over next year. I pray over your future. God has already seen the future. He's already blessed the future. We've already read the back of the book and we win. In all these things, we are more than conquerors. You are anointed to do great things in the future. Don't dread it. Don't dread getting older. You're getting better as you get older. You're getting stronger as you get older. The Lord is redeeming the time. He is restoring the years that the cankerworm and the palmer worm ate away. He's giving you your years back to you. They that come in at the 11th hour will receive the same wages as those who have worked from the early morning. God is giving you your time back. He is restoring your youth as He restores the eagles. He satisfies your mouth with good things so that your youth is restored. Be young again. Be young again. In the name of Jesus, the sap is flowing in that tree, and you are green, and you are flourishing. Your leaf also shall not wither, and whatever you do will prosper. The future is bright. The future is great. The future is wonderful. We welcome it. We welcome the future. We look forward to what God has for us. He sets before us life and death, and we choose life. We choose blessing as we go from glory to glory. If you're excited about the future, shout it to God. Hallelujah!
Thank you, Craig. Okay, for some of you, I listen to this audio along with the rest of them every day. And so it's hard to listen to that and not get jacked up about the future. So now one of the things I want to share with all of you is that there's two stories, and some of you have heard them. I'm going to put my own rendition on it. But I know that some of you have probably have heard the whole story in the Bible about the fishermen that are fishing. They're professional fishermen, and they've been fishing all night. And I don't know if you guys know this, but this story happened twice. It happened twice in the Bible. And what ends up happening is these people are professional fishermen. So they go out and they fished all day and fished all night, and then they come home, and for whatever reason, they didn't get any fish. So the first thing I want you guys to think about is how many of you do have days where you anticipate on getting something done and you don't get it done? You do everything that you know how to do, and it's not a very prosperous day. But in both these stories, these gentlemen are professional fishermen. This is what they do for a job. This is not average people. And so when they come in, they're very disappointed. They fished all day. On a scale of 1 to 10, how tired do you think they are? They're very, very tired, because nothing makes you more tired than also failing. Because now, your body's hurting, but you're exhausted, but you're mentally exhausted because you didn't get anything. Has any one of you ever experienced one of these days? Okay. So now imagine this next part is Jesus in both stories tell them, let's go back out. So he gets in the boat, tells them to go back out, and they're about ready to throw the net over the boat. And he goes, no, not that side. Throw it off the other side. Now, if you're an expert and you do this professionally, how irritated are you on a scale to 1 to 10? Okay, this guy's not a fisherman, and now he's telling us to throw off the other side of the boat. All right, we're just going to do it. And as soon as they do it, then they realize that all of a sudden the nets are filling full of so much fish, they can't pull the nets in. As they're pulling them in, the net starts breaking because there's so many fish in the net. So they have to shout out to other boats to come out there so they can put the harvest and the amount of fish into both boats. And they say that they were so full that they were almost sinking, that the water was all the way up to the sideboards of the boat. So it not only happened once, but it happened a second time. And what I want to share with you guys is that they took all of their knowledge, all of their skills, went out and fished all day, didn't get anything, was in a bad mindset, was in a bad physical state, and very frustrated, very overwhelmed. And at that point, how many of you believe that they got really quiet? I want you to think about times when you were pissed off, overwhelmed, frustrated, confused. Why am I doing this? This might not be for me. Blah, 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 blah. But when it gets to a certain point, don't you just become quiet? That's when you hear. See, that's when, if you've already committed what you're committed and you trust God, there's times when we're using our minds to overwhelm and overthink ourselves. And when we finally surrender and give up and we're quiet, now we can hear instruction. Well, let's go out again. We don't have to go out far. And let's throw the net off on the other side. Whatever. How many of you guys ever in your life did something when someone told you to do it, but you did it just to get them off your back? I I don't want to argue. I'm too tired to argue. I'm just gonna frickin' do what you told me to do. And see, it's the silence, and then the next step is the basic obedience. It's just the obedience to say, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. And then it happens. So, how many of you guys have seen this little graphic where the person stops digging and they're this far away from the diamonds or the gold? You know what I mean? There's actually an old personal development program that's called Acres of Diamonds. It was when I first got involved in this industry 39 years ago. I don't want to sound like your dad or mom or your grandparents, but you had to send a self-stamped envelope with money in it to Nightingale and Conant, where Bob Proctor worked in Chicago, and you would send it to them, and they would even allow you to make payments on the cassette tapes and the albums. they were 45 albums, but Acres of Diamonds was one of those courses. And the reason I want to share this with each and every one of you is that it's always that next step. You know what I mean? Thank you, Craig. Perfect. But it's always that very next thing, just knowing that if others planted, if other people fished, if other people did it, then you keep doing it and you're going to get rewarded. What my deal is I've really gotten really good in the last couple of months of just asking and following the guidance instead of me overthinking it and pushing forward with my effort. When the stories of all these people that got so overwhelmed that they finally just gave up and just surrendered and said, okay, God, go, all right, what do you want me to do? And I'll give you guys a perfect example of what happened yesterday. It was really fun. I know that each and every one of you, if you look for signs, and like Albert Einstein says, go from miracle to miracle to miracle to miracle. So it was really amazing that during my quiet time and my prayer time, as soon as I got done, it was all I was told to do is reach out to Dana Scranton and set up a Zoom. Just reach out to Dana and say, I was told to do a Zoom with you. And so when I did that, then Dana showed up on our Ask Us Anything yesterday. And when he showed up, what was really, really amazing, or maybe it was Fridays. Yeah, thank you. And so when he showed up, he was going, I just uploaded the video to YouTube, and it hadn't even been all the way uploaded. And what he wants to do is he wants to cover the whole book, Conversations with the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And there's a whole story behind that about how we constantly are using our mind in what he calls a hypnotic rhythm, that we just get in these loops and we just do the same stuff every day, all day, just constantly not listening, not being obedient, not committing, not asking, just being distracted and getting absolutely nothing done.
Outwitting the devil.
Outwitting the devil. Let me show it. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, like we did Science of Getting Rich. How many of you were part of that? Okay. We're going to do it like that. We're going to do it where we're going to each day read a chapter, go through the chapter. And it's funny where people won't read a book, but if they knew that they were going to get on a group of people that actually read it or listened to it, it's funny how you can easily go through one chapter. I mean, the whole book on listening audio is like 5 hours, right? So I don't know how many chapters are in that book, but when Dana came on and he just told me that he just uploaded it, and I forget who else was on, and they went, I just got notified. I think it was Bill Shoemaker said, I just got notified on YouTube that it's out there. But for those of you that don't know this, Dana Scratton's got more degrees than a thermostat. He's a professor. He's very, very smart. And for those of you that listened to him when we talked about the science of getting rich, his perspective is always very unique because of his academia. But I think I said that word correctly. That's pretty good, right? But I want each and every one of you, and hi, Shelly, for getting on. Hi, Patrice. I don't know who I missed. Hopefully nobody. Hi, Jim. I just love each and every one of you. And what you got to do moving forward is on Friday, I got, really serious that I want everyone to really take their life personally and really take it serious and really, really do the things that we want to do. And I'm just telling you that some of you might have a difficulty in hearing this. But if you're not where you want to be in all areas of your life, then understand you are where you are because you relied on what you know and what you do. So how many of you, like me, try to use your mind and your willpower to try to get you to do stuff that you're supposed to do? And because I'm far from perfect, when I use my mind to try to get me to do the things that I know that I should do, and I don't, then I just beat up myself more mentally. It's like, why are you procrastinating? Why aren't you doing this? And then it goes into guilt and shame. And then it's like, what's wrong with me? I know none of you have ever said there's something wrong with me. I'm stuck. I'm lost. I'm confused. We say all these things because we're trying to solve a problem with the knowledge that we have, and it's not enough. It's just not enough. And so that's what I thought I'd share with you guys today. And then I wanted to share one other thing that I thought was really powerful. Is how many of you guys have ever heard me say, your little light, my little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. There's two scriptures that came together for me as I was going through the scriptures. And this one just nailed me. When I find scriptures like this, then I go through like Google Images and I'll type it in to find graphics. And if you look at this, it says, you are the light of the world. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father in heaven. Now, when I see that, let me tell you what I think it means. Because in the Bible, it talks about by their fruit, you will know them. All right? And so I've used the phrase documentation beats conversation. And because Craig's been around me forever, he's always like, hey, success leaves clues. Melody says things like that. It's like, ask people for their documentation. When you can do things that average people don't do, and then they ask you how to do it, if you just said, well, at the beginning of 2026, instead of making resolutions, I just made a commitment to God to trust him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help tens of thousands of people with their health and their wealth. And as that makes my light bright, I'm going to give God all the glory. What I love about this statement is that it says that when people see how bright your light is, they'll already know. They'll already know that you're committed to God. So how many of you right now, if you did something neat, let's just say that you went silver or you went gold or you went, diamond, or you made like 2,000 or 8,000 one month, from promoting unlimited wisdom. Would everyone that know you would know that you committed and trusted God to make that happen? Or would they look at you and go, Dustin, what did you do? Can you tell me what script you used? Can you tell me what people you connected? Would you tell me the best time that you did it? Can you tell me what people you got most off social media? Did you do any advertising? Have any one of you ever been asked on how to become successful? Have you ever had anyone do this? Deb, I see that you just hit diamond, and I know it was because you're committed and trusted God. Is that all you did? No, people think it's everything but that. And what I found in my life is life is, again, so simple for me that people think it's everything but what they're supposed to do. They just don't understand how simple life is. And I'm the I would say that sometimes I'm the worst. I was going to say committed. I mean, person that's did that sin the most. In my eyes, whenever I try to figure it out, it's not be silent, don't get frustrated, confused, overwhelmed, stuck, ask everyone, why would someone reach out to total strangers and ask them what the heck to do? Do you guys find that really, really bizarre? And here's another one. How do you know when people are lying?
Their lips move.
Their lips are moving. So do any one of you, like me, sometimes see people online and they tell you, oh my God, I was, did a couple of videos on this and I just made $1.2 trillion and you can do it if I did it. And we stop everything that we're doing and we start watching their stuff and we have no effing clue if they actually made any money. Because they just tell us. They're excited. Their enthusiasm and thesis, God within, is more than ours. And they're like, so how many of you will admit that sometimes we get caught doing the, what is it called? We're in a competitive state, but we're doing comparitis. There's the word. And it's like, why is it working for them? Why is it working for them? Why is it working for them? And we don't even know what they're doing or how they're making money. Terry and I were cracking up the other day because she even told me that she did this. But how many of you guys have ever seen where it says, make $1 million? Make $1 million. All you need to do is put $1 in an envelope and send it to this P.O. box. Right? And so you put the dollar in the envelope, you seal it, you send it to the P.O. box, and they send you a letter back going, now have 1 million people send you a letter with $1 in it. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you just sent $1 to somebody you don't know to a P.O. box. Why wouldn't you get a bunch of people to send you $1? And it's like, what do people do right away? They go, well, why would people send me $1? The person you sent the $1 to did not have that thought. In fact, they had the opposite thought. They went, I bet you I can get thousands of people to send me $1. And because they thought it and believed it, they received it. So do you guys believe people are making money in school?
Yeah.
Or do you guys just think that it's a great big farce? All right. Do you think people are making money in Immunotech? Do you think that people are really honestly getting results from Immunical and the other products? Yeah. So then this is what we do to ourselves, right? I don't know what they're doing. I must be doing something wrong. I must be saying something wrong. I bet I'm reaching out to the wrong people. Probably the same thing as all those people said in the fishing boat. It must be the wrong time of the night. We must be fishing in the wrong area. We're doing something wrong. We're missing something. I feel like an idiot. We worked all these days. Some of them were bosses, but I think some of them were probably employees. See, it'd be crazy to go out all day and all night, not catch any fish, but then you have employees that you got to pay. And they're just standing around going, I get paid by the hour. I don't care if we catch anything or not. Right? They're just putting in their time. So that's when you should admit to yourself that you don't know that you don't know. It's okay to not know. And just go, I don't know. I'm going to be quiet and I'm going to commit this business and everything I do to God. And I'm just going to ask you, God, to take it over. And I'm going to listen and be quiet and listen for the instructions on what to do. And as soon as you do that, don't go, well, I haven't heard anything. It's like, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the message today. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, I just really, really, really pray that each and every one of you, because I know how much you beat yourself up, and I just wish you wouldn't. It's like you're not doing anything wrong. You're just not listening. You're not committing. You're not giving it up. Because things seem to happen for me. They just happen for me. A lot of times, I don't need to know everything. I just need to keep speaking to the ears of those that have ears to hear. If you guys really watch me 24 hours a day, the only place I know that I'm beating you is I am obedient, I am disciplined, I get my faith where it needs to be, I get excited, enthusiastic, and then I reach out and connect with people all day, every day. I don't think in my mind I'm doing something wrong. No, I will find ears to hear. I will. So will you. So I love you and appreciate you. Have an incredible Sunday. You have any words to say, love?
No.
Did you like the message?
Yeah.
All right. Craig, over to you.
Fantastic. Great message to start the year off, ladies and gentlemen. So there's our first Master's Mind for 2026. Just to go over our schedule really quickly for the coming week. Of course, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, recess. It's just kind of an open forum with everybody. We come in, we talk. There's nothing, no topic. Sometimes we throw a topic in during that, but it's just kind of like a get together. And then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we've got Daily Wisdom, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Thursdays, part of the premium program, is Breakthroughs. And that's at noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And then on Saturday, Ask Us Anything, noon p.m., 3 p.m. Eastern, noon p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's part of our premium plan. Fridays, also, I forgot to mention at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern, the Imagination Hour with Matt Hollis. Great stuff here in the Unlimited Wisdom family every single day, every week. We love and appreciate you so much. If you want to save the information, we shared a lot of stuff in the chat. Go ahead and click the 3 dots in the meeting chat next to where the title of the chat is, and then click Save Chat. It will download to your computer once we conclude. Thank you all so much, Robert, Terry, bless you. Thank you for today's share on the Master's Mind. Again, we love and appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and open up so that we can all say so long and have a fantabulous Sunday. Thank you all so much, everyone.
Bye, Jim, Shelly.
Thank you,
Have a
Robert.
wonderful day.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you,
Love
Faith.
you,
Thank you,
Terry,
Charles,
Robert.
Matthew,
great
Ezra,
day, y'all.
Hannah,
Thank you,
Eric,
Matthew.
Jane,
All of you.
Serena,
Thank you,
Melody,
Robert.
love you.
Have a good
I
Sunday.
appreciate you guys.
Mike,
Bye, says bye.
Mike. Michael and Angela, Coach Bob, Bill, Shoemaker, Craig. Love you guys. See you soon.
Thank you.